Our negotiations to form a coalition government in India are entering a crucial phase. The Bharatiya Janata Party, the biggest win in recent national elections, has summoned senior ministers from its National Democratic Alliance to meet in New Delhi tomorrow. Discussions are expected to include more funds for regional states and which federal cabinet positions to go to which lawmakers. The race to form government comes ahead of caretaker Prime Minister Narendra Modi's swearing-in ceremony expected on Sunday. Mr. Modi has met with his allies. Now they include TDP and JDU, two crucial parties that helped him secure a third win. Their backing has added 28 seats to the BJP seat count of 240. But a simple majority of 272 seats is still required to form the government. The BJP has reportedly taken written letters of support from the TDP and JDU amid murmurs of them being approached by the opposition. This is the first time the ruling BJP has lost its majority since coming to power 10 years ago. The Chief Election Commission is expected to hand over the list of successful candidates to President Draupadi Murmu by today to commence the formal process of constituting the 18th Lok Sabha election. Mr. Modi has tendered his resignation and submitted his letter to the President in preparation for his oath ceremony. Our President Murmu has requested that he continue serving in his role until the formation of the new government. And for more, Priyata Brajabasi joins us live from New Delhi. Priyata, how is the BJP convincing its allies to back it, to give its alliance the NDA majority to form the government?
Absolutely. On Wednesday, the members of, or in fact, all members of the National Democratic Alliance or the NDA coalition declared their unanimous support for Prime Minister Narendra Modi and also unanimously declared him as the head of the National Democratic Alliance. And they said that they are supporting him to form the new government. And although they have given their support to Prime Minister Modi or caretaker Prime Minister Modi, what we're hearing from many reports and also from political observers is that the Bharatiya Janata Party is having to give special attention to parties like the TDP from the southern state of Andhra Pradesh and the JDU in the eastern part of India, in the state of Bihar. Now, what we're hearing is that the head of TDP, Chandrababu Naidu, is demanding plum ministries or cabinet seats from the Bharatiya Janata Party and is also demanding special status for the state of Andhra Pradesh. And JDU is also making similar demands from the Bharatiya Janata Party. They want special status for the state of Bihar. And they're also asking the Bharatiya Janata Party to review this controversial short-term army recruitment scheme called Agniveer, which sparked many protests across the state of Bihar 2 years ago, in fact. And this was an issue which was a big issue during the elections in Bihar as well. So these are issues that the Bharatiya Janata Party is having to negotiate with these two parties. Remember, between the JDU and the TDP, there are 28 very crucial seats in the parliament, which the Bharatiya Janata Party requires to form the new government.
All right, Priyata, just as Mr. Modi is needing to negotiate with these allies in his coalition, the opposition, they have come off with a better than expected win in these elections. So with these numbers, they have held talks as well, quite a few talks. What are they doing to become a much more credible opposition in this new parliament?
In the last decade, one of the major criticisms that faced the Narendra Modi government was that they were extremely, they in fact targeted the opposition parties in parliament and did not follow proper legislative processes in parliament. They have been accused, in fact, of trying to bulldoze laws and bills in parliament without proper debate and discussions with the opposition parties. Of course, this is something that the Narendra Modi government has denied in the past. But now the opposition as well as political observers feel that because of that increased presence of the opposition in parliament, it is going to be a far more robust parliament, and also that the opposition will be able to keep the government in check and hold the government accountable. And we did speak to a very senior Congress leader yesterday, Mr. Pawan Khera, who did indicate, without saying it in those many words, that there are conversations that the Congress is having with not just their own alliance partners, but also members of the NDA as well. Of course, none of this has been confirmed any of these by any of these parties, but the opposition uh, parties do say that they do have ambitions of forming the government if they can. So, in the next couple of weeks, it will be interesting to see how things unfold when it comes to who forms the government in India. Yeah, and it's important to note here that even if Mr. Modi does get sworn in as the Prime Minister for the third term, he does have to show and, in fact, prove his majority in Parliament in a stipulated time. So, in the next few weeks, it will be interesting to see the kind of negotiations that take place between various parties and various coalitions in India.
All right, Priyata, as you mentioned, these developments also likely, many suggest, to perhaps put a check on Mr. Modi's third term as far as foreign policy is concerned. Now, he has received a sharp rebuke from China over a social media post about forging closer ties with Taiwan. Of course, officially, India's position on Taiwan is very unlikely to change. But are there fine, say, nuanced changes in how India might view Taiwan in this third term for Mr. Modi in office?
It is difficult to say at this point because India in the past has recognized China's one China policy and officially does not have diplomatic relations with Taiwan, but unofficially it does have relations with Taiwan. And India so far has not responded to this protest, which was raised by China in regards to the social media interaction that took place between caretaker Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Taiwanese president. Although Prime Minister Modi did say that he does look forward to closer ties with Taiwan. Now, what exactly does that mean is something that remains to be seen. But one of the challenges for Mr. Modi going forward will be that ongoing tense relations that India does have with China, which of course has arisen out of border conflicts with China in India's north and north eastern region, and something that has been going on for the last 4 years. So and also, of course, India's geopolitical stance in this region has also evolved with time, given the importance of this region globally. So, what exactly comes out of this interaction between Narendra Modi and the Taiwanese president is something that remains to be seen.
And thanks for that. Priyata Brajabasi in New Delhi, looking at all the talks, negotiations going on 2 days after the vote count of India's elections.